Hey, you guys, Pete here. First of all, thank you so much for coming. The past 2 weeks, I've had a lot of amazing feedback and comments, and it's been really great having all you people come by and checking out my little YouTube channel. It's greatly appreciated. I love it a lot, and I hope you guys keep coming back. So I recently received a tweet from Sam Lee, who said that he's been trying my hut deck, which I have not finished the detailed breakdown of, but I do have a write-up of it in Clash Royale Arena.com, and a link to that is going to be in the details below. So check that out. And he says he's been trying out the hut deck with Princess instead of Ice Wiz, but not having any luck. Can I share some replay? So he's in luck, with all the different testing that I do with cards. It's very easy for me to cycle through old decks, but I did actually save a couple of matches back when I was playing my hut deck up at the Legendary Arena, so Arena 9, and I'm going to talk through these games. I actually haven't seen these since I played them, so I'm just going to try and do it off the cuff and just go off of what I'm thinking as I'm watching these and trying to kind of emulate maybe what I was thinking and what I probably could have done better. And hopefully this helps you guys out. I know people kind of think, I'll just say that people kind of think that hut decks are brainless and you're just throwing things down and you just kind of just win by smashing and swarming units down a lane. But it's actually a lot more detailed than that, especially if you want to get to Legendary. You have to know the finer nuances, and I'll try and share some of those with you. So go ahead, make sure you read my write-up to give you a primer for this, so that you can kind of get into a little bit more of the details as I look through this. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into this first match right here. And so I have Barbarian Hut in my hand, and that's kind of the saving grace for this hand. It's not the best starting hand. I'm thinking Hog Rush, I want to place this down about 4 tiles up and whatever side. I go ahead and do it to the left. You'll see it's about 4 tiles up. Not worried about the ice wizard, not worried about the mega minion. I want to take care of the mega minion, so I go ahead and drop my Goblin Hut in the lower left-hand corner, always in the corners. I should have definitely have played those skeletons a lot sooner on the right-hand side. That's way too many hits to give up. And if I would have placed down those skeletons, I would have done... excuse me. I would have neutralized that mini P.E.K.K.A. a lot sooner. So I think the reason why I delayed on that minion, that minion horde, was because of, sorry about these pop-ups, was because I think I was debating whether I just wanted to let my spear goblins take care of it, or if I wanted to just eliminate it. And I didn't get max value, so that kind of stunk. So I'm not too worried about this princess either, because even though it is doing damage, I know that it won't be doing any significant tower damage, and that eventually it'll die to my goblin spears. Again, he drops. I was really surprised to see this lava hound, but I had my ice wizard in hand on defense, and I knew that would be able to shore up the back side on this. And so I decided to go ahead and help support Ice Wizard by dropping down this Goblin Hut. I dropped my skeletons on the left-hand side, this time a lot sooner, to take care of the mini P.E.K.K.A. And I'm feeling pretty good on defense right now. I'm taking up 2 lanes, and so now my opponent has to decide, is he going to fight a 2-lane battle, or is he going to power through one side? And now we're in 2-time elixir, and I'm feeling a lot better about this. Now, the reason why I placed this Barbarian Hut on the right lane instead of the left was because I wanted to pull the the lava hound to get a few more extra hits to the right side instead of the left side. And what I did was I knew that I had the left side shored up, so I sent a giant down the right lane to just add pressure. And I'm committing now fully to the right lane to make it so that my opponent has to play defense. And in doing that, he can't drop a lava hound and cannot protect his minions. So it puts me in a great position. I know that all he wants to do is drop a lava hound, throw minions behind it that are going to be protected and picking off my guys. And now he's on the defensive instead of the offensive, and I am in control of this match. And right now he's in survival mode. You can see that my board presence is going to overwhelm anything that he puts down. He puts down a mini P.E.K.K.A. He's still burning up resources, and he's not getting good trades. And I'm getting the benefit of all these trades and slowly overwhelming him. And so you have to be patient in this matchup. At this point, it's quite obvious that I'm going to win and take this game. So in this game, once I saw the lava hound, I knew that I just had to survive, play defense till 2 times elixir, and then make my push and have him go on the defensive. Okay. And we'll see which game I choose for this. I don't know which one I picked, but I'm facing Oliver. So this, I don't like this start because the one benefit is that I do have Barbarian Hut, and I decide to just say screw it and go aggressive. But the smart thing to do would have been just cycle through goblins and then place Barbarian Hut. I see Prince, and I like that because my deck does good at neutralizing at slow startup cards, kind of like Prince, and also the P.E.K.K.A. and stuff like that. I dropped the skeletons just to cycle through, get another card. And me personally seeing this get dropped, it sucks for me. And I'll tell you that anytime you guys see this, that was a lot better response to the minion horde this time. I didn't wait. I just went ahead and dropped it. Now, what I was saying about this bomber is that if you see that, you need to split the field in 2 and make him commit to using it on one side, because what will happen is if I continue to just pour barbarians and spear goblins down one lane, he's going to get amazing value where those spear goblins are, right at the bridge where everything bottlenecks. He'll be hitting everything at once and getting amazing value. So I went ahead and just dropped the musketeer, I think mainly to cycle, and he tries to get one over on me, and I dropped this Barbarian Hut and then the skeletons to do some good damage on the musketeer. Now you'll notice that when I dropped that Barbarian Hut, it was 3 tiles up instead of 4. I did that because I knew that if I did it too high, I wouldn't have ended up pulling the Hog Rider. He would have just gone right by, and I would have given up a ton of hits on my tower, which I definitely did not want. And then I dropped this giant here. Sorry, I saw the bomber go down, and I'm just thinking right now how it's so dumb that I'm still sending things down this lane. I have another Barbarian Hut, and we'll see if I go down the left or right-hand lane. The smart thing would be to go down the right, and I don't. A thing about this, you don't have to place the Barbarian Hut on the same side that Hog Rider is. Watch how much value he's going to get out of this. You can just see he's going to get so much value. I try and get rid of it. It survives level 10 arrows, and he just neutralized that entire push, essentially with the bomber. Minion horde and stuff does work, but look at that. He just took out 3-4 goblins and did almost half-life damage to my Ice Wizard. But as I was saying about this Barbarian Hut, as I'm stupidly just pounding minions down, it's kind of like beating my head up against a brick wall. I don't know why I'm doing this. I continue to send things down the left lane. Is that you can pull the Hog Rider by placing the Barbarian Hut 4 tiles up and on the opposite side, because since it's so far up, it will pull him at the bridge. If you do 3 tiles up and then on the other side, I don't think that it pulls. If he's working the far side like he's been doing. And then right here, I get a little bit lucky because the bomber had to target the giant, and I was able to take out the bomber with my minions and then get full value out of that. So I hope that helped you guys. As you can see, you're mainly playing defense for the first 2 minutes, and then once you get into double time, then you can start being a little bit more aggressive on your push. And so some of the things, again, that I'll bring up, be aware if somebody's using a high damage splash card like Bomber. That card can single-handedly change the tide of the game. If somebody's using Bomber, it's really important to split the field in 2, and you're fighting a 2-lane battle, and you're going to be at a better advantage because you have the resources in the huts to do a 2-lane battle. Now, you also have to be aware of where your defensive utility cards can go and help you out. So you're looking at Ice Wizard, Musketeer, or whatever you're rotating in there. If you don't have Ice Wizard, it's a card like probably either a Bomber or the archers. So you're kind of using them to supplement the left side or the right side, because your opponent is going to be trying to find a way through the 2 lanes, and they're going to pick and choose, and you have to be able to supplement your huts on one side or the other. So I hope that these replays helped you guys. I know that it's only 2, but I hope that they helped you in some way, shape, or form. But I hope that this helped you out in getting a better understanding of how to play Hut. Again, with any of these decks, it's really important for you to know the cards inside and out, and testing different things with them in order to optimize these decks at their fullest potential. Even in shortcoming, even in matches where you're at a disadvantage or you're not favored, you can still manipulate cards to work and fit certain matchups. So really experiment and keep playing with this deck. And just like I was saying, experiment and see what's working. Don't be afraid to try and fail. That's a good thing about this deck, about this game. You're going to lose trophies, but it doesn't matter. You'll get them back eventually. So don't be afraid to try new things at the cost of losing, 20, 30 trophies. You'll get them back. That's how you're going to get better, is through experimentation and trying out new things. So I hope that this helped you out, Sam Lee, and anybody else that's trying to get Hut to Legendary. It is possible. And I think the furthest I've ever taken this deck, I got it up to almost 3,200 trophies. So it's definitely viable, and it's a lot of fun to play, and it's fun to hear people hate on it so much. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you later. Bye.